George Floyd was bad? Wait until this summer when it's the migrants versus the citizens of the United States. And you're forced to join in because there is not enough police and there is not enough military to handle the millions of migrants that have been let in. What kind of chaos do you think will happen when those riots start to pop off? Have you seen the acceleration of the promotion of these crimes that they are committing across mass media? They are starting to ramp up migrant crime just like they ramped up police officer crime against black people in 2020. Now they're doing that with migrants against citizens, and what they're going to try to do is to create a riot situation all summer long, total disruption that the American man and citizen is going to have to participate in.
Zephaniah 1:14. The great day of the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua is near. It is near. It hasteneth greatly, even the voice of the day of the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua. The mighty man shall cry there bitterly. Shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Makakudash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles, great millstone, who taught me his truth. Peace and sincerity unto the elect. Shalom. I'm back at you with another lesson. Lord willing, straight to the point of edifying. All right, this message goes out to you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, who are the true people of the Holy Scriptures. All right, you must repent, turn back into your power, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai. All right, the doors of mercy and grace is closing. We're in the time of great judgment and great salvation. All right, this lesson is just going to go into, all right, the inciting of sedition. All right, the powers that be, the elites. All right, they're put it in place, the pieces to cause all types of madness. Okay, to cause civil war. Okay, to cause insurrection, all right, and to inevitably be able to have the reason, okay, or the excuse to come down with great wrath, to enforce martial law upon the people, to take away their rights, all right, to completely enslave you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, all right, and this is going to be a worldwide thing, okay, you know, different events going on throughout the earth as you see now, because these elites, all right, and when I talk about the elites, I'm talking about the so-called white man, Esau, Edom. The earth has been given into his hand, okay, for a season, for a moment, okay, to fulfill prophecy, all right, and their end goal, all right, is to implant, okay, a micro C-hip in every man, woman, and child, all right, on the face of the earth, okay, so he could then track, trace, know everything you're doing, know what you're eating, know where you're going, all right, you will have no escape from the system. Okay, you will be in a system that is completely, okay, controlled and dictated by the elites. Okay, so I got a few videos here and I got a few articles. All right, and sedition is coming. All right, as this dude said in the beginning video. Okay, hell is about to break loose, so to speak. All right, it's only a matter of time. You got, you know, the influx of the migrants. All right, now you got a new influx of these Haitian migrants coming in, the tribe of Levi coming in. Okay, you got all types of, you got the you know, this is basically the stewing pot, man. Okay, they're creating the perfect environment for destruction, for chaos, to hell to break loose. All right, and you got our people, you Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, who are just completely oblivious to what's going on. All right, y'all have y'all head in the sand, so to speak. Okay, y'all don't want to see, y'all don't want to admit that you're in danger, because we are in danger. We need Lord Yahweh Shai. We need Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. All right, especially in these times that's coming, we need the Lord. We are through. As a nation, we are finished. All right, but the elect, all right, of the nation of Israel is going to be saved out of all these perils and dangers that's here to come. You see, and these devils have a plan. All right, and their plan is to bring the order out of the chaos which they're bringing. Okay, let me get this here. I'm gonna get into the scriptures. It's like I'm getting into the videos. All right, because the day of the Lord is at hand. All right, the day of the Lord's vengeance is at hand, man. All right, and the Lord is gonna destroy this place from the inside out. Okay, and I'm gonna show you that throughout this lesson. You know, Lord willing. Okay, Second Timothy 3:1, it says this, know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. Okay, we're in those perilous times right now. Okay, we're in very perilous times. We have never seen Babylon in this type of chaos and madness before, ever. Okay, this place is being invaded. As we speak, is being invaded. Okay, you got militias, you got sleeper cells. Okay, you got all these troops. You got these migrants that want to come over here to do their folly, to get away with stuff. Okay, they see it as an open opportunity, all right, to suck the country dry. And this is what the elites want. They want the country to be sucked dry. They want the people to get pissed off. They want, all right, the problems, okay, so they can bring forth the order. Just like the guy was saying in the beginning, okay, you Babylonians are going to get pulled into this, man. Y'all are going to get pulled into it by, seeing all the madness going on, the corruption, people waking up to, the lies of E. Okay, you Babylonians, you everyday Babylonians are going to get brought straight into it. Okay, they're already destroying the cost of living. They're destroying the food. They're destroying everything around you. All right, cost of everything is going up, skyrocketing through the roof. All right, your paycheck is staying the same. People are feeling the squeeze. Okay, and then now you have these migrants coming over here, receiving all these free benefits, receiving housing, receiving cash assistance, receiving all these benefits that help them, and your own the Americans, the everyday American ain't benefiting in that sense. You see, they're giving these migrants all these benefits, all this aid and help, and you got the average Babylonian struggling, living paycheck to paycheck. Okay, can't even buy the necessities that they need because they got a ration. It's either you buy some water or you pay your rent. Okay, so the people are feeling the squeeze, and this is what's going to lead to the sedition. This is what's going to lead, and you've seen it now, and I'm going to prove it, all right, through this lesson, Lord willing. All right, it's going to bring forth sedition. Okay, they're sowing hatred in the people. They're sowing envy and strife. Okay, they're sowing wickedness and evils, man. Okay, so that eventually the pot's going to bubble over, man, and people are going to lose it. All right, so let me play this video, and I'm going to get an article.
Said the riots are the language of the unheard. You ain't seen nothing yet. If you keep silencing us like this, what do you think our district's gonna do? We have had it up here. Gloves off.
All right, let me play that one more time.
Said the riots are the language of the unheard. You ain't seen nothing yet. If you keep silencing us like this, what do you think our district's gonna do? We have had it up here. Gloves off.
All right, and I took that small little clip. It was like a longer video, but I ended up bumping in on it. All right, is this lady right here? She's a Tennessee Democrat. All right, of course, is a nigger woman at the forefront of all this. All right, it says Tennessee Democrat calls for riots after Republicans send pro-police bill to governor's desk. You ain't seen nothing yet, right? As you just seen, this was what, yesterday? Yeah, day before yesterday. I believe it was Saturday. Okay, it says a Tennessee Democrat state senator called for riots on Friday. See, hold on. And this is all scriptural. 2nd Ezra 15:15, it says, for the sword in their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. Right? It says, for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor their princes. See? And the course of their action shall stand in their power. And look, they're not regarding their kings, and she's not regarding her higher-ups. All right? Even though she works for the higher-ups, she's just another puppet, another cog in the machine. Okay? But she's sowing sedition. All right? And we'll get the definition for sedition here. All right? Definition for sedition, it says the crime of creating a revolt. See? Disturbance or violence against lawful civil authority with the intent to cause its overthrow or destruction. Okay? And that's what she's doing. This is what she's calling for. All right? She's calling for sedition. She's calling for revolt. She's calling for disturbance. She's calling for violence. Okay? She said that their voices aren't heard. She said they have not seen nothing yet. All right? All hell is about to break loose. El Apostle Tahar coined this year the hopeful year of Jacob's trouble. And it has not failed yet. Okay? All this madness is going forth. And here it is. You got this nigga woman over here inciting violence. She's inciting sedition, man. Okay? She's telling people to basically uprise, man. Okay? And this is gonna go. This is gonna be all over Babylon. All right, but this is what the elites want. The powers that be, this is what they want, because they want to bring the order out of the chaos, and hell is about to break loose. It's only a matter of time. Okay? Only a matter of time. All right, so let me read it again. It says a Tennessee Democratic state senator called for riots on Friday after the Republican controlled state senator passed a bill preventing cities from restricting their police force from making certain traffic stops. It says the state senator, Charlene Oliver, who represents Nashville, said the Republicans' pro-police legislation is rooted in racism, of course, and will force those in her district to fight like hell. See? It says the bill was sponsored by Republican State Senate Brent Taylor after Memphis passed an ordinance that banned traffic stops for issues such as expired registrations, a single inoperable headlight or brake light, and loose bumpers. News Channel 3 report. It says the Memphis City Council passed the ordinance following the death of Tyree Nicholas, a black man who was fatally injured during a confrontation with 5 black Memphis police officers on January 7, 2023, after he was pulled over. It says it's a slap in the face, and you might as well stomp on the grave of Tyree Nicholas, Oliver said after the state Senate passed Taylor's bill by the vote of 26-6. It says, yes, we are emotionally charged. Why? Because it is personal to us. For us, Taylor made this personal the minute he introduced the legislation to target one family and one life that was lost. All right, this is why you cannot put a nigger woman or a woman in a place of power, because they are emotional creatures. They're gonna go after. They're gonna go about things emotionally. They're not gonna go about it logically. All right, especially a nigger woman, at that. Okay, they're not gonna go about it in the way in a rational way. Okay, she's gonna get her emotions involved. Okay, it says. So yeah, we gonna fight, Oliver added. It said Dr. King said that the riots are the language of the unheard. See? Dr. King, now she quoting that nigga Martin Luther King. All right, who said that basically he led his people into a burning building. All right, because he was a sellout. All right, he was a sellout to the elites as well. Okay, it said Dr. King said riots are the language of the unheard. You ain't seen nothing yet, okay? If you keep silencing us like this, what do you think our district is gonna do? We have had it up to here. Gloves are off. Like we gonna fight like hell. You don't expect us to respond when you gaslight us every single day with these bills. You see, so she's up there, all right, pushing for sedition. All right, it says it is rooted in racism. She continued, this is a Jim Crow bill Taylor brought, and all his Confederates voted for it. Let me see.
It is a slap in the face, and you might as well stomp on the grave of Tyree Nichols for bringing this bill. Yes, we are emotionally charged. Why? Because it's personal for us. Taylor made this personal the minute he introduced this legislation to target one family and one life that was lost. So yeah, we gonna fight. Dr. King said the riots are the language of the unheard. You ain't seen nothing yet. If you keep silencing us like this, what do you think our district's gonna do? We have had it up here. Gloves off. Like, we gonna fight like hell. You don't expect us to respond when you gaslight us every single day with these bills? There's a bill to get rid of the Tennessee Human Rights Commission that they're gonna bring to abolish it, rooted in the Civil Rights Act, to make sure that we have protections for folks that look like Tyree Nichols. Don't tell me this stuff ain't racist. Don't tell me it's not. It is rooted in racism. This was a Jim Crow bill that Taylor Brock and all his Confederates voted for today.
You see? So this is another, all right, another way, all right, where it's gonna be, civil war, race wars, gender wars, like the elder apostles always bring out. Okay, it's gonna be multiple wars going on at the same time, as in, throughout the society. People are gonna be taking the opportunity to get even. Okay. And then you have all these hurt Jakes, okay, with these situations, not understanding, all right, that they shouldn't even be trying to bump elbows with these crackers, man. You see? And then Jake wonders why they keep losing. Okay? Or Micah 2:10. Okay, this place has destroyed them, and they're wondering why they destroyed them is because y'all are bumping elbows with the devil, man. Y'all are bumping elbows with your enemies, man. Okay? And what is this going to do? This is just going to lead to Jake's destroying their own neighborhoods, all right, that they got to go to next week, okay? And these devils going to be sitting back laughing at you dumbass niggas, man, okay, because you're furthering their plan, okay? You're making them, you're making it easier for them to pass laws and legislations that's going to fucking enslave you, man, all right? And you got nigga women up there like this nigga, all right, who shouldn't even be in a place of power telling people what to do, because what? She does not have the competence to do so. All right? You can't bring your emotions to war, man. You see? But she's inciting violence, man. You see? She's inciting violence. And you're gonna have these simple niggas that's gonna actually take to the streets. So let me get this. Hold on. Let me get this video here. Yeah, let me get that.
This is big breaking emergency news. We are now seeing top officials warning that riots are going to happen. That is what they're warning. Top officials and senators are now saying riots are about to happen. Riots are about to break out, specifically inside of states like Tennessee. That is what they're warning of, and potentially the states surrounding Tennessee as well. State senators are warning that riots are going to break out after a new law was just passed. All right, so this is very serious. If you are in Tennessee, Kentucky, Georgia, Alabama, any of these neighboring states, Missouri, Arkansas, any of these states that are around here, all right, you need to be on high alert and red alert, because top officials are now warning that these are coming, and top officials are even calling for these riots to happen. That is what they're saying. Top senators are saying that they are foreseeing riots to happen, and they are calling for riots to happen because of this law that just passed. So you can't make this up, right? And you need to be prepared. You need to be on high alert for cities like Memphis, cities like Nashville, cities like Knoxville, and cities like Chattanooga. These big cities inside Tennessee, we could see chaos erupt, and that is actually what they're calling for. All right, so very serious. Let's dive into this news here. All right, really quick, guys. Hit it up for me down there. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. I'm posting multiple times a day, keeping you guys updated on this big news. All right, so let's dive into this here. You can see that this state senator inside of Tennessee, this rep, was saying that riots are coming and warning that we need to be getting prepared for riots for this bill that passed. We have this rep that is a state senator inside Tennessee. Her name is Charlene Oliver. All right, she's saying, quote, the gloves are off, and she's saying, quote, we could see riots, quote, riots. All right, so I want you to listen to what she said really quick. This was part of her rebuttal to this bill being passed.
So yeah, we gonna fight. Dr. King said the riots are the language of the unheard. You ain't saying nothing yet. If you keep silencing us like this, what do you think our district's gonna do?
Alright, so you heard that there. She was responding. She had this long rant. She's very upset about this. And she said that riots are the sound of the unheard. Okay, and she's attributing that quote to Martin Luther King. So that's what she's warning of, and she's very serious, and she's essentially calling for these riots to happen in response to this. And she said, you haven't seen anything yet, and the gloves are off, and you're going to see what's going to happen in our districts. All right, so if you're in these areas, you need to be on high alert. And this isn't unprecedented in our country. We've seen things like this happen before, where these major cities have been burned to the ground. All right, all over the country. And it was sparked by things like this, right? By waves, big waves. It starts in one place. Remember, there were these autonomous zones. Okay, do you remember that? These Chaz autonomous zones where the police weren't allowed to enter. Do you remember that? That was in the U.S. It was these no-go zones all over the United States. There were armed militias controlling entire parts of the U.S. and major cities and sections of major cities. Blocked off. And it was like warlord stuff. It was like what we're seeing in Haiti. But it was in the U.S. Right? These gangs just taking over. No police allowed. Some of them were taking over police stations, police districts. They were taking over government buildings. And nobody really got charged for any of these crimes.
You see, and this is what the elites want. This is what these devils want. All right, they want a scenario, okay, where the people completely lose their damn minds. All right, and take up arms, take to the streets, uproar. Take to violence. They want them to use violence so that they can come down, so that these devils can come down with even more violence. All right, to bring back the order. Okay, they're the ones causing these situations and putting them in place. All right, order out of chaos. That's the motto. Okay, they're gonna bring forth the chaos. Okay, which is letting these migrants in, making states, making laws where it's difficult for people to get by. Okay, push all these different notions and legislations and bills and all types of matters. Just push it down the people's throat. That ain't gonna better them. That ain't gonna help them. That's in turn gonna piss them off, anger them, frustrate them, make it harder for them to get by in society. Okay. And of course, eventually, you back an animal into a corner. Eventually, it's gonna fight. All right, and that's what the elites are doing. They're trying to back, all right, these Babylonians into a corner to get that reaction. They need that reaction. They need some type of reaction. All right, some type of some type of chaos. Like I said in my my other previous lessons, these devils have all the cards on the table. They're gonna come from every possible direction imaginable. All right, they have to get this done. All right, they have to get their plans to fruition, man. Okay, none of this is happening by coincidence. This is not just happening by coincidence. This is all the will of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Okay, this is all the will and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. All right. So let me get this. 2 Ezra 15 and 16 says, "For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another, They shall not regard their kings nor their princes, and the course of their action shall stand in their power. Okay. It says, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. Okay. It says, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, and houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. And this is the time that we're fastly approaching. All right. So it's going to take the right crisis, the right situation. All right. And this whole thing is going to go up. It says, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. And this is where all this is going. All right. Isaiah 19:2, it says, and I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians. All right. You Babylonians against you Babylonians. All right. Y'all going to be fighting the migrants. All right. Y'all going to be fighting the gangs. It's going to be crazy. It's gonna get crazy out here, man. It's gonna be gun battles in the streets. America's gonna be a giant war zone. It's gonna be a giant war zone. Okay? And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight every one against his brother, and every one against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. All right? And this is where all of this is going. All right? This is going to bring, all right, the complete destruction of Babylon the Great America. This is where all of this is leading to. This is all leading to the salvation of the elect, man. Okay? And these devils are about to come down with great wrath, man. They're about to come down with the sword, man. This is why they're allowing, all right, stores to be robbed and, people just run into a store and, just run out with a bunch of crap. Nobody gets in trouble. This is why they're decriminalizing certain things like robbery and things like that. All right, this is why they're allowing people to get out of jail. They're getting arrested, coming right back out the same day, like those migrants did after they beat the cops. Come right back out. All right, they're setting up an environment, a chaotic environment, okay, to have people lose their minds. Okay, this is what's coming.
All right, there were very few prosecutions for...
If you're not making $158,000 per year, but you'd like to...
billions and billions of dollars of destruction of businesses and private property in the U.S., right? That happened in 2020. You guys remember that, when all that craziness happened, okay? And now we are seeing representatives call for this again. So this is very sketchy rhetoric, right? And she really should be careful, right? I understand she's upset with these laws, but I really don't even understand the points of being this upset when it's just laws saying things like this, that the police have to enforce expired registrations within 60 days of expiration. These are literal bullet points from the law, right? When a temporary registration permit is improperly located, but it still can be clearly displayed. These are things that they have to prosecute now. Cars with loose bumpers, when a single brake light or headlight is inoperable. These are things that the police, they don't have to prosecute, but they have to check on now. They have to at least check and see what's going on. When the registration plate is not securely fastened, right? Just these few little things are clarifying that these are the standards for Tennessee to drive your car on the roads, and they're saying that these local jurisdictions need to enforce them as well. And you can bet that registration rule is that they want to get their money. They want to get their money. They want this registration rule enforced because they want their payments, right? And I don't want to pay my registration either. Nobody wants to pay their car registration, but everyone else does. And these certain cities and jurisdictions have decided that they're not enforcing any of these laws, and they're just saying that they have to now. So I don't think that's justification to be calling for riots, but this is how it could happen. And these units, these military foreign units, are already in our country. They have exploited our open border system, our lax border system, our asylum system. It's all being exploited right now very heavily. And a small percentage of that, bare minimum, is foreign military units that are entering the country and that could take advantage of this. There could be some kind of organic flare-up, or it could be a total astroturfed operation, right? Could be total fake operation that was imported into our country and started all this, right? So you need to be on high alert, red alert, especially if you're in Memphis. It seems like they are really targeting this for Memphis, and Memphis is actually right on the border there with Arkansas. It's like halfway into Arkansas too. All right, so
You see what he said? He said you got to be on high alert. You got to be paying attention. All right, Ephesians 5:15. See then that ye walk circumspectly. See, paying attention to what's going on. All right, your head is on. You're keeping your head on a swivel. Right. See that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise. Okay, redeeming the time because the days are evil. Okay, and 2/3 of our people, as well as these Babylonians, all right, they're walking around as fools, man. They're walking around without wisdom. Okay, all of this is going on and they're still living their best life. They have no clue of what's to come or what's going down. All right, let me get this scripture. Proverbs 22:3 says, a prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself, but the simple pass on and are punished. Okay, and a lot of these Babylonians are about to figure out the hard way, especially you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Y'all about to figure out the hard way, man. All right, instead of getting this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding now, instead of repenting, turning back onto your power, okay, y'all gonna keep on twerking, y'all gonna keep on, living your best lives and smoking and drinking and partying and living it up. Y'all are gonna get destroyed, man. When all of these things start popping up, which we see, all right, we see the foundation being built right before our eyes. Okay, the foundation is literally being built right before us. Okay. These devils are about to come down with great wrath. They're about to move, man. Okay, while you guys are not paying attention and sleeping at the wheel, all right, the Lord's about to execute judgment, man. Let me get that Ezekiel real quick, 33, Salakia. All right, let me just try to get the point. Yeah, I'm gonna read a little bit in there. Ezekiel 33, I'm going to try to get the points. 33:2, it says, Son of man, speak to the children of thy people and say unto them, when I bring the sword upon the land, if the people of the land take a man of their coast and set him for their watchman, if when he seeth the sword come upon the land and blow the trumpet and warn the people, then whosoever hears the sound of the trumpet and taketh not warning, if the sword come and take him away, his blood shall be upon his own head. So the Lord has set up men, okay, as watchmen to watch for the house of Israel, to then warn the house of Israel what's happening and what's coming. All right, and that's what you're being warned first and foremost from, the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone on down. All right, and the like-minded brothers who was preaching this 100% truth according to the scriptures. All right, you're being warned, man. And a lot of our people are getting the warning, hearing the warning, and it's not profiting them. You see, so they're gonna be destroyed, but the blood ain't gonna be on the hands of the prophets, on the men that warned you. You didn't want to listen. That was on you. You see? That's on you. Okay? Because we were telling you that the sword is coming. We clearly see the sword is coming. We clearly see destruction is coming. Clearly, clear as day. Something bad's about to happen that we have never experienced in our lives, man. Something bad is about to take place on another level. Okay? On a whole nother level. It's being prepared right before your faces, man. Let me get this, right? Ezekiel's 20, 21, I'm gonna go from 9, all right? Ezekiel's 21:9 says, Son of man, prophesy and say, thus saith the Lord, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, say a sword is sharpened and also furbished. See? It is sharpened to make a sore slaughter. You Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are going to be that sore slaughter, man. All right, as well as these Babylonians. See, these heathen. It says, it is furbished that it may glitter. Should we then make mirth? Should we know this destruction is coming? We know the sword is coming. All right. Should we be partying and bullshitting? Or should we not be in the house of mourning, fearing the Lord? All right. Humble, lowly, meek, repentant. Okay. Trying to please the Lord to the best of our ability. Right. That's what we should be doing. But 2/3 of our people ain't gonna be doing that. They're gonna be in the house of mirth, man. The house of feasting. All right, living their best life until destruction come. Okay, they're gonna be living it up until destruction is meeting them face to face, man. It says, "It contemneth the rod of my son as every tree." All right, it says, "And he hath given it to be furbished that it may be handled." So the Lord, all right, has given this devil Esau Edom the sword, man. All right, he's given it. He's given him the sword is meant to be handled, man. All right, the scriptures say he doesn't possess he doesn't possess the sword in vain. All right, it says, and he hath given it to be furbished, that it may be handled. It says, this sword is sharpened, and it is furbished to give into the hand of the slayer. All right, and Esau Edom is the slayer. All right, the Lord has given this devil the power. Okay, to kill, steal, and destroy, to destroy the earth. All right, to bring down wrath, to bring destruction, to bring death and hell, man. All right. The Lord is going to give Esau Edom the permission to come down upon you 2/3, you Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. All right, he's gonna give him the power and give him the go ahead, okay, to go through the midst of Israel, man, with the sword. Okay.
And Alabama as well. But, you know, the city's right there on the corners. So all these states seem to be on high alert. We could see activations in Birmingham and Atlanta. All right, these cities that are around here as well, Louisville, St. Louis, Missouri. We could see things going on there. All these cities that are in the immediate area, we could see responses and people be activated and be agitated. All right, so get prepared now, get ready now, get out of the cities now, because they weren't sparing anyone. When they were burning these buildings down, it didn't matter who owned the building, it didn't matter if they agreed with them or not, the building was getting burnt down. And we cannot have a repeat of 2020, and it's an election year, it's 2024. We could see these agitations brought up again, and we could see a similar event happen.
See, let me get this. That he said they was going through the city. Nobody was being spared, man. All right, nobody was being spared. Okay, and that destruction is coming, man. All right, I'm gonna get to the point. Ezekiel's 9:4 says, "And the Lord Yahweh Bashem El Shai said unto him, Go through the midst of the city, go through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and cry, for all the abominations that are done in the midst thereof. And to the others he said, In mine hearing, go ye after him through the city, and smite. Let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity." Okay, because the time is coming where the Lord's going to send them death angels, man. All right, upon you 2/3, upon you Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, man. He's going to send them death angels, man. All right, you seeing Jake get put to death all over the place. All right, man, woman, and child, man. Okay, but it's going to be it's going to be a time where it's going to be this, you know, this devil's going to just go crazy. He's going to be like a madman sparing none. Okay, next verse, the point says, slay. Right? Slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children, and women, but come not near any man upon whom is the mark, and begin at my sanctuary. Then they began at the ancient men which were before the house. So the Lord's gonna, you know, set forth judgment, man. All right, via these death angels. He's gonna send these death angels. He's gonna give Esau Edom, all right, the go ahead to destroy you niggas, man. Y'all think everything is all good. It's not. It's not. Judgment is at hand. Destruction is at hand. Hell's about to break loose. All right? Only the elect is going to survive all of this, man. All right? Some of us are going to, be beheaded. If that be our lot. Okay? But he's not going to get all of us. Okay? And the elect will survive this, man. 2/3, you will not survive this. All right? Your end is a missile and laser beams. That's your end. Destruction.
In 2020. All right, so make sure you are getting prepared. Get out of these cities now. Get prepared now. All right, start growing your own food. Start homesteading. All right, this is the key: is to get away from these systems and start building your own system. So if there's chaos, the city's locked down. Look at all these cities are collapsing into chaos. New York City has the National Guard there, deploying, monitoring the subways. Right, they're at all the hotels, at all the migrant hotels. The National Guard's there as well, guarding all the hotels, creating order there. So please hit it up for me down there to help.
All right, and the cities are going to be the first places to be destroyed, man. The cities are going to be chaos. All right? 2nd Ezra 15:18 says, for because of their pride, the cities shall be troubled, and houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. All right? This is the time where we're fastly approaching. Okay, Jeremiah 30:6, it says, ask ye now, and see whether a man do travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness. Okay, that's the time we're going into complete fear. Okay? None of you niggas fear the Lord. Y'all don't fear Yahweh Shem Yahushua. The Lord's going to show you fear. True fear. True fear, man. All right? The Lord says he's going to mock when your fear cometh, man. He's going to laugh at your calamities and mock when your fear come. All right? Jeremiah 30:7 says, alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. All right, that's the elect. The elect is going to be the only ones, all right, that get saved out of this chaotic, evil time. You 2/3 are going to be tasting the sword, man, and the missiles and the laser beams and the destruction and everything that comes with, this tribulation. All right, y'all are going to be destroyed, man. A lot of y'all are going to perish, man. All right, and y'all are going to eventually bow the knee, take the MOTB, and be completely destroyed by Yahweh Shai and the angels, man. You see?
Get this video out, to get this warning out. People need to know about this, right? They are calling for riots in these states. This is a major warning for millions of people. There are millions of people that live in these states and live in these cities, and this is very concerning that they could activate riots at a moment's notice. Overnight, we see these things happen, and a lot of times there were people being bussed in. People were being bussed in. Thousands of people when we had 2020. Thousands of people were being bussed around the country to agitate. And it was about 75% of people that were being arrested were out of state. Completely out of state. Completely gone. Right? From the other side of the country. Why were these people here from halfway across the country, the other side of the country, in the middle of these riots, burning down buildings?
I am very humbly asking if you could chip in $5, $10, or even $25.
And burning down everything they see. Businesses, looting, causing chaos. Why are they here? How do they even get here? Who's paying for them to get here? How are they able to do this all day? How are they here? How are they here?
All right, and it's going to be the elites are the ones paying for this. All right, the elites are the ones funding, all right, these chaotic environments, these chaotic situations, okay? For instance, you may get a riot for something, so, something happens or whatever. People are, complaining to the government about it. Then you would have these insurrectionists, all right, or these paid off, all right, mercenaries, these paid off, all right, agents to then go in the midst and cause violence, all right, start setting fires to things, start breaking glass and inciting the people to commit violence. And that's where all of a sudden you start seeing people burning things down and all this madness starts going forth, all right? And it'd be people that don't even be from the country, I mean, Slakia, from the state. It'd be people from out of state, okay? And they're well funded, all right, by the elites, okay? I would say the name, but you know how these devils get. Okay, but it's well funded by these elites. This is what they want. They want the chaos. They want the madness. Okay, they're basically setting lighting a little piece of tissue. Okay, and throwing it into the forest and walking away. You know, they want the violence. They want the chaos. All right. Psalm 17 and 13, it says, "Arise, O Lord Yahweh B'Shem El Shai, and disappoint him. Cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword." And we're going to need deliverance by Yahweh B'Shem El Shai from Esau Edom, which is the Lord's sword, man. All right? We're going to need deliverance. We're going to need divine intervention, like Elder Yashawamba always says, man. All right? We're going to need, divine intervention. We're going to need help. We're going to need Lord Yahweh B'Shem El Shai, man. We're going to need the Lord, man. We need the Lord. All right? We're going to need the Lord. Okay, because at the end of the day, this is all a part of the Lord's plan. This is what the Lord wants. This is his will, all right, to destroy Babylon the Great, to bring down these heathens, all right, and for the kingdom of heaven to be set up, all right, where one that is profitable will rule, all right, will judge in righteousness. Okay, the Israelites will live in peace and in harmony, and the earth will go back into the paradise that it was meant to be under the sons of the living power, all right. But till then, okay, we're going to have to go through, all right, these trials and these tribulations. We're going to have to go through these tough times and these hard times, all right? The scriptures say, let me go get that. Acts 14 and 22, it says, "Confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith, and that we must go through much," okay? We must go through much tribulation, right? So I can read it again. "Confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith, and that we must through much tribulation enter into the kingdom of God." So that's the only way we're going to get into the kingdom of heaven. We have to go through our rites of passage, man. We have to go through the fire. We have to be tried. All right. The Lord says he's going to try us as gold is tried, man, and refine us, man. Okay. That's what the elect is going to go through, their purifying process, man. Okay. So we're going to have to catch hell. We're going to have to go through these hard times and endure it and suffer it and bear all of these things. All right. And hope that, through the spirit and power of Yahweh B'Shem El Shai, the Lord brings us through these situations, brings us through to the other side. Okay? Because 2/3 of our people they don't have the faith, man. This is why they're going to bow the knee. This is why it's going to lead to their destruction, man. This is why they're going to be out there in the riots. They're going to be out there, all right, when the madness that these elites bring, or the chaos, the terror attack, or whatever these elites bring, to bring forth the chaos. Our people are going to be the ones running in the stores. They're going to be the ones losing their minds in the streets. They're going to be the ones robbing and having wars in the streets and stuff like that. That's what our people are going to be doing, losing their minds, man, because they don't have the faith. They don't understand what's going on. They don't have the wisdom, knowledge, understanding the scriptures. They don't understand why these things are happening, all right? And this is why this wisdom and knowledge and understanding is so important and so precious, because it allows us to understand. It gives us insight and allows us to understand what's going on, so it can keep us calm. Isaiah 33 and 6. All right, this wisdom and knowledge is going to be our stability. This is what's going to keep the elect stable in the times to come, and in destruction when there's no food. When people losing their minds, you're going to be stable because you understand. All right, this is all being done for a purpose. This is all being done by the will and power of Yahweh B'Shem El Shai. All right, our people ain't going to understand that. They just going to think, oh, damn, there ain't no food. How I'm going to eat, how I'm going to drink, what I'm going to do. This is what's going to lead to the carnal thoughts, because our people are carnal. 2/3 is carnal. All All right, it's going to lead to the carnal thoughts. They're going to start picking up hammers, picking up sticks and swords. All right, they're going to be, and invading houses and all types of madness is going to be going down in that time, man. All right. But the elect is going to live by, the just is going to live by faith. All right.
Who's paying for them to be here, to pay for their flights, pay for their food, pay for their housing, all the stuff to come here and then cause chaos and then bail them out? All right. If you remember, there were funds to entire GoFundMes and things like that to bail people out that were burning these buildings down so they could potentially just go do it again. And now in New York City, there's cashless bail. And this is spreading to other big cities as well. Instantly released. All right, so who's funding this? Where are they coming from? And we could see outer staters. And now, that was 4 years ago. That was before Biden even got in. All right, now there's been close to 10 million people, 7.2 million, I believe, on record from Border Patrol. 7.2 million since Biden has been in. And there have been over 2 million gotaways as well, admittedly, that they see on cameras, they see on drones, sensors, things like that, that they actually don't stop or encounter. All right, so they're saying it's around 10 million. That's admittedly, the number's probably even higher than that. All right, and that was before all that. So we don't really know what's going to happen. We don't know what's going to be activated. We don't know who's going to be bussed around. And think about it. All the planes are... Our air system is a complete joke right now. We are flying people all over the country, unvetted. We have no idea who they are. And they don't have to go through the normal TSA safety screenings and checks and ID checks that everyone else does.
And why do you think that's happening? You think that was done by accident? These things are purposely being done. They're trying to implode the economy. Okay, they're trying to bring, hatred and breed, chaos. All right, this is not done by coincidence. This is not happening by coincidence. They're not giving your money to other countries, hundreds of billions of dollars in aid to other countries by accident. While you're over here, you got big ass potholes in the street. You got homeless all over the street. Okay, people could barely pay for groceries and utilities, rent, their car note, their insurance. They're hard to pay and keep up with all these things. But here it is, the government, all right, is giving out hundreds of billions of dollars in aid for war. Okay, they're giving aid to the migrants who just came into the country, and they're living better than you, the average Babylonian. All right, this is not done by accident. This is not done by coincidence. Okay, this is not done by coincidence, man. All right, here it is, yo ass. You gotta get groped and all types of shit to get on a plane to leave the country, just to go to another state. All right, these people are just walking straight in. You gotta show ID and paperwork and all this, passport and all this stuff like that. And these people they getting free flights into here. They getting free flights, everything paid for on your back or for your dime. Okay. They know what they're doing. They're trying to sow discord. They're trying to sow hatred. They're trying to sow, resentment. They're trying to sow a negative spirit. Let me get that real quick. All right, this is purposely being done. Okay, this is purposely being done. Yep. Isaiah 19 and 14, it says, the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai had mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof. See? And they have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof, as a drunken man staggereth in his vomit. All right? Because this place is through. Okay? The people through. The government's through. The military's through. All right? All of these things that they're bringing forth is for the collapse of Babylon the Great, is for the complete collapse. They have to put this place on its knees. The people here are too entitled and prideful. Okay, that was that was a good thing. It was a good and bad thing. All right, it was good in the sense where, you know, these people that, you know, they gonna work for Babylon, they gonna go to the military, they gonna conquer these nations for you people. But it's a bad thing because now these same people, all right, they're witnessing their government act in treasonous ways, all right, commit all types of evil acts and evil deeds, all right, act, you know, in against the interest of the Babylonians. And these Babylonians are about to come in, they're gonna try to take this place back, all right, by force. And this is the spirit that's out there. The spirit of sedition is out there. The Lord has put a perverse spirit in this place. He's mingled a perverse spirit in this place, man. All right. He has put a spirit of hatred and sedition and evils, you see, to bring forth upon you people, man. You Babylonians. All right. And y'all are going to eventually turn on each other. And everybody's gonna lose their minds, man. All right. Let me get this now. Start the video again. All right, 2 Timothy 3:1 says, "This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come." And that's the days that we're in. We're in the evil days, man. Okay? The sword is being sharpened, man. We're witnessing the sword being sharpened. All right?
Everyone else has to have 10 forms of identity to get on a plane if you're a citizen. But if you're a non-citizen, they send you on a plane right away. They let you fly right into the country and then fly you to whatever city you want on taxpayer dime. That's all admitted. Okay? And that system is completely open right now and being exploited. There could be hundreds of people, thousands of people flown into a certain city, paid with our money, that could be activated, that are exploiting this system. And it's already happening. They're already warning that people are exploiting the system, moving people around that are victims, all right, using it to move humans around. You know what I'm talking about. It's very sketchy, and we're paying for it all. And they're just flying people around.
Here's the best way to get in shape in 2024. These are going to be your secret weapon for burning belly.
Just moving people around. And sheriffs are warning of it, police are warning of it. They know what's going on in their jurisdictions, in their areas. They know who's coming in and out. They're catching these people. They're finding them and figuring out what they're doing. And they're shocked. But they can't stop it. Because this is a federal program. It's happening in every state in the country. Alright, so make sure you guys are getting prepared. We could see these riots activated, especially in Memphis. Memphis is #1 on the list. Alright, St. Louis is up there too. These other cities surrounding Nashville, Chattanooga, Knoxville, these other cities are on the list as well to see an activation, especially in Tennessee, big cities in Tennessee and surrounding. So get prepared now, guys. Please be peaceful and be safe. We don't want this. We don't want our cities burning. We don't want riots and chaos, because that's how they implement the next phase of their agenda, where everything is tracked and traced, and there's soldiers on the street, and there's bag checks, and there's martial law. I'm telling you guys, I've been warning of this for 6 months to a year, that they are allowing this everything to be wide open. They're allowing this chaos, and it's gonna lead to troops on the street, martial law scenarios, internal checkpoints, but then externally it's wide open. So you got to get your bags checked to go on the subway, but then the border's wide open.
Order out of chaos. All right, and this is all designed, orchestrated by the elites. All right, the Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. All right, the devil himself. All right. Jeremiah 30:7, it says, "Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it." All right, and this is all the workings of the elites. All right, all the working of the elites. Okay, Job 9:24 says the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? And we know who the wicked is. We know who this devil is. Okay, let me get this. Okay. Micah 2:1, it says, woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds when the morning is light. They practice it because it is in the power of their hand. And the Lord has given these devils the power to do these things. All right, on the left hand. Okay. This is why you're seeing you have to get your bags checked. Like he was saying, here it is. You got to get your bags checked. You got to show all this identification and all this proof of who you are to leave the country or to even come in the country, right? But these migrants, they just hopping on planes. The border's open, okay, because they want to come down with great wrath. They want to bring the chaos. They want to bring the fear. They want people to beg for security, beg for the government to intervene. All right, they're gonna bring that. Let me get that peace and safety. All right, that's the energy these devils are gonna come in. All right. They're the ones causing the problem, though. All right. They are the ones causing, all right, the unsafety and the unpeace, so to speak. Okay. They're the ones making the situation how the situation is. They're the ones bringing in the criminals, knowing that they're criminals, knowing that they're bringing terrorists in here, man. All right. 1 Thessalonians 5:3 says, for when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman was child, and they shall not escape. Okay, and this is all being orchestrated by the elites, okay, to bring forth this NWO, to bring forth, all right, the next move, all right, on the checkerboard, or should I say the chessboard? Okay, it's just the next move. Okay, but they're pushing forth the perfect, okay, environment that's going to breed chaos. It's going to breed, all right, hell, man. Because that's what's coming. That is what is coming. You see it. It's right. The writing is on the wall. All right.
U.S. citizens have to deal with the National Guard to get on public services. But then if you're not a U.S. citizen, you can walk right in. You don't even have to deal with the National Guard. Nobody's checking your bag, searching your bag, verifying your identity, nothing. This is what they're doing. It's on purpose, and they're allowing it to happen so they can bring in this police state.
See? Even he see it. All right? He could be listening to the prophets as well, but even he see it. All right? And you everyday Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans have no clue. Even this Edomite, he look like an Edomite, you know, but he could be a Jake. You know, we don't know. All right. But even he know, even he know. Okay. 2nd Ezra 15:17 says, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. Okay. Because there's going to be checkpoints in martial law. Okay. That's what's going down. That's what's going down. There's going to be they're going to make this place into a prison. Okay. A digital prison.
On top of it, that's going to be the only solution, is to have a major clampdown martial law like scenario in all these big cities. All right, and that's going to overwhelm the system. We can't even handle that. We don't want that. That's a breakdown of our society. That's when it's hitting the fan. That's SHTF. That's SHTF. That's hitting the fan when National Guard has to be everywhere. They're already deployed in Florida, dealing with these armed gangs coming into Florida. All right, I was posting about that yesterday. They're already dealing with in Texas with the border. They're in New York. Now they might have to be here. Like, they're overwhelming our system. Overwhelming our system and bringing it to a breaking point. So get prepared now. All right. Get ready now in case there's any disruptions.
All right, and that's the point on that. All right. First Thessalonians 5:3 says, "For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape." And you Babylonians are about to get caught up. All right, they're strategically, all right, doing placing these national guards in specific places, especially these bigger cities. Okay, everything is being strategically done. And a lot of you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, by the time you realize what's going on, all right, you're going to have a chip in your body, a C-hip in your body, running for your life, wondering why there's no food, wondering how you're going to feed your children. Okay? By the time you realize what's going on, you will be a prisoner. Okay? A digital slave. Okay? Let me get this real quick. All right? Madness. All right? And this is all being done purposely. Purposely being done. No accident. All right? This is no mistake. This is what they want. All right? Illegal migrant from Lebanon caught at the border admitted he's a Hezbollah terrorist hoping to see, all right, and was headed for NY, for New York. Okay? This ain't a game. All right? He could be set up. But the point is that they're putting this information out there. They're putting this out there for you to see. They're trying to instill fear in you. Okay? The pressure from above and below. Okay? They're trying to instill fear in you so that you beg for government. You beg for your rights to be taken. You beg for more security and less privacy. All right? It says a Lebanese migrant who was caught sneaking over the border admit that he's a member of Hezbollah. He hoped to make you see it, and his destination was New York. The Post can reveal. It says Bessel, I ain't gonna say his name, Abadi, 22, was caught by Border Patrol on March 9th near El Paso, Texas. While in custody, he asked what he was doing in the U.S., which he replied, "I'm going to try to make a," you see the word, according to the Border Patrol document exclusively obtained by the Post. It says Abadai, I butchered that. But him later claimed in an interview that he had been trying to flee Lebanon and Hamas because he didn't want to delete people. He said once you're in. So I can read that again. And he said once you're in, you can never get out, according to the internal ICE documents. All right. And something big is coming. They have something planned. All right. Something planned that's going to be devastating. A 911 2.0. And we've been getting in the federal, the FBI director has been warning and telling the people that something devastating is about to happen. They're getting you ready. They're prepping you for something devastating to happen. Okay? They're prepping you for something devastating. All right? It says Iabadi said in the sworn interview after his arrest that he had trained with Hezbollah for 7 years and served as an active member guarding weapons locations for another 4 years, the document showed. It says he trained focused on jihad and deleting people that was not Muslim, he said. He said border agents continue to see a surge in migrants whose name appear on the terror watch list entering the U.S. illegally as crossing continues at record levels. So they just listen to that statement. Listen to that sentence. All right? And you mean to tell me this is happening by accident? Here it is. You got in this country, you can't even do certain things without them the government putting their foot up your ass. All right? If you owe $5, the IRS is coming for you. Okay? You build another part on your house, that the government don't know about, you getting fined, you getting in trouble. You don't pay child support, you going to jail. You understand that? But these niggas are letting, all right, terrorists that are on the watch list, on the terrorist watch list that they know have done, crimes or whatever. Okay? And they're walking into the country. They're allowed to come into the country. If that's not a setup, hold on. The Lord is amazing. Hold on, let me get this scripture. Because this is all the Lord. This is all Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, man. Let me get this verse. All right? Jeremiah 50:24 says, I have laid a snare for thee, and thou art also taken, O Babylon, and thou was not aware. Thou art found and also caught, because thou hast striven against the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. So it's all the Lord. The Lord is setting up a snare for this place, man. All right? It's the Lord that's setting up the snare. The Lord is setting up the downfall of Babylon, the great America, man. See? Jeremiah 51:12, it says, set up the standard upon the walls of Babylon. Make the watch strong. Set up the watchmen. Prepare the ambushes. All right? Prepare the ambushes. For the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushai had devised and done that which he spake against the inhabitants of Babylon. The Lord is about to judge this place. All right? The Lord is about to judge this place, man. All right? He's using these Edomites, all right, these elites to bring it forward. Okay? Let me go see if I find any more scriptures real quick on this. All right? This place is about to be completely invaded. It's not good. All right? This place is being set up to be taken, man. Yep. Jeremiah 51:41, it says, how is Shishak taken? How is the praise of the whole earth surprised? How has Babylon become the astonishment among the nations? You see, Jeremiah 51:31, it says, one post shall run to meet another, and one messenger to meet another, to shew the king of Babylon, all right, that his city is taken at one end. This place is about to be taken, man. All right? This place is about to be taken. Okay, the sword is coming. The sword is coming. All right? Let me see. The Lord is about to judge this place, man. Hold on. Jeremiah 51:29, it says, and the land shall tremble and sorrow, for every purpose of the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushai shall be performed against Babylon, to make the land of Babylon a desolation without inhabitant, man. The Lord is about to judge. All right? The Lord is about to judge. Okay? This place is finished. This place is done. All right? It's being set up for the snare. It's being set up for the taking, man. The Lord is going to destroy this place from the inside out. All right? All of this madness going forth, man. It says Hezbollah and Iran-backed terror group, all right, has launched missiles into northern Israel following Hamas attack October 7th. It says they have killed about a dozen IDF soldiers and several civilians. All right, and you could keep on reading that. And this was just yesterday. All right. I mean, he got arrested on the 9th. All right, but they got this information. All right, but they're putting this. This is a part of their sorcery as well. All right, this is all a part of the sorcery, the snares. All right, the traps. All right, they're getting the people prepared for something devastating. All right. Hold on, before I get back into that, let me just grab this while I'm here. All right, look at that. Governor says migrant charged with at shelter entered Massachusetts through federal program. All right, they're allowing them in. Okay, they're allowing them in. It says Rockland Governor Maura Healey confirmed the man charged with of a 15-year-old girl with disabilities at the Rockland Hotel housing migrants entered the United States through the federal program. See, he was a Haitian migrant. Okay? These are the people that are coming through the border. This is who's coming over here. All right? This is who is coming through the border. You Babylonians have a rude awakening. You Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans have a rude awakening. Hell is about to be opened on you niggas. All hell's about to break loose on you niggas, man. All right? All hell is about to break loose on you niggas and you Babylonians. Okay? Y'all think y'all safe? Y'all think everything's all good? Right? Hold on, let me get this. It's always my end scripture. I always end with it. All right, Ecclesiasticus 5 and 7, it says, make no tarrying to turn to the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, and put not off from day to day. For suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai come forth, and in thy security, when you least expect it, when you save, the Lord said he gonna come like a thief in the night. All right? This destruction is gonna catch a lot of people unaware, man. Unaware. Okay? They're going to be oblivious to what's going on. They're going to walk straight into whatever the government has planned for them. Whatever these elites have planned for them. Okay? They're going to walk straight into it. Hook, line, and freaking sinker, man. Okay? Because they ain't going to understand what the hell is going on. They haven't been watching. They haven't been being prudent. They haven't been hearkening unto the Lord, the men of the Lord, the prophets. You see? They thinking life is just life. You know, and they think Babylon's going to bounce back. This place is through. I'm going to get that, Lord willing. Ecclesiasticus 5 and 7 says, make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, and put not off from day to day. For suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance. And that's very close at hand. All right, the day of vengeance is close at hand, man. Let me get that. Let me get this right quick. Take bomb. Oh, no, it's over here. All right. Okay, this place is about to fall, man. All right, I'm going to read from here. Jeremiah 51 and 7, it says, Babylon hath been a golden cup in the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai's hand, that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. And this is what's going to lead forth unto the Revelation 17 and 16. All right, this place is going to be annihilated, okay, by some of Babylon's allies. All right, some of Babylon's allies, all right, in NATO or the EU. All right, in the EU, they're going to turn on Babylon, the great America, man. They're going to see that Babylon is not benefiting them. They're going to see that, Babylon is the problem, okay? But it's going to be headed by Russia. All right, Russia's going to completely, China, Iran, India, and many of these other countries are going to completely annihilate this place, man. All right, next verse, the point. It says, Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl for her, take balm for her pain, if so she may be healed. But it's not going to be healed, man. All right? There's no healing in this place. Next verse, the point. It says, we would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her. Let us go every one into our own country, for her judgment reacheth unto heaven and is lifted up even to the skies. This place is finished. The Lord has perfect judgment for this place, man. The Lord has perfect judgment for this place. All right? The sins of this place, the evils of this place have reached up to the skies, man. All right? The judgment of this place is going to be incredible. All right? So, I didn't want to really read into that, but look, it's just the madness. And this was on the 15th. All right? Now you have more of them coming in. You have the guy was saying, he was with the National Guards in Florida, all right, dealing with the situation that's going on over there with the gangs coming over. All right, this is what they want. All right, and it's going to keep getting worse. All right, it's going to keep getting worse and worse and worse and worse. All right, check this out.
Welcome back. Border sources telling Fox's Griff Jenkins there have been at least 132,000 known gotaways since October of last year. That averages about 800 gotaways entering the country every single day so far this fiscal year. The immigration crisis is impacting the 2024 race as well. New Fox News poll shows former President Trump leading President Biden by 4 points in the border state of Arizona. Joining me now is Nebraska Senator Deb Fischer. She's a member of the Senate Armed Services and Appropriations Committee. She's also the ranking member of the Senate Rules Committee. Senator, your reaction to what we're seeing at the border?
Well, obviously, my party, all Republicans, are very, very worried that we don't have a secure border, and we don't see any help coming from our Democrat colleagues. We see absolutely no action being taken by President Biden. In fact, he has said publicly that he plans on taking no executive order action in order to control and secure our border.
Yeah, I mean, in fact, the Venezuelan gangs that we've been talking about are quite concerning. There are gang members in New York right now that the NYPD told us about. And a new report warns of a second wave of possible Venezuelan criminals crossing into America through the southern border. The country reportedly just released at least 100 inmates from Venezuelan prisons. Last year, there were more than 335,000 Venezuelan migrant encounters, less than 1,000 deportations. Can you explain this, why we've got 335,000 people from Venezuela coming to this country and we've only deported 834? And now we know that the Venezuelan authorities are letting out their prisoners. And we're expecting those prisoners to come here. Two alleged members of this Venezuelan gang, Tren de Aragua, are suspects in the brutal attack on two New York City police officers back in January, Senator. How serious is this threat from Venezuelan gangs?
Well, it's very serious. All of us know about the murder of Laken Riley, and the reaction by the president to it was really disgusting. We saw President Trump meet with the family, embrace the family. We saw President Biden barely mention it in his State of the Union speech and has had no outreach to the family. The alleged murderer is from Venezuela. As you said, Maria, we're seeing Maduro now has turned back planes that are trying to return Venezuelans to their own country as we turn them back. But we turn so very few back. Out of that 330,000, only 834 have been returned or turned back. So we're seeing now these prison gangs come into the United States. The Custom Border Protection has identified the tattoos that they have to try to help their agents identify them, identify more of them, because we know they're being sent to our country. But we're getting no help from this administration. We have had no help from this administration in securing our own border and protecting American citizens since Joe Biden took office.
Well, I mean, we're hearing it loud and clear from police across the country about these gangs, and there's no reaction whatsoever at the White House. I don't understand this. We spoke with Paul Morrow from the NYPD last week on this program. Listen to what he said about this specific Venezuelan gang in New York right now. Watch.
Tren de Aragua. Well, first of all, they're identifiable by their tattoos, but they tweak to the fact that Border Patrol is looking at the tattoos. So now what's going on is they're telling them, don't get your gang tat until you get into the country, because they want to get them past the border. But they're a really powerful gang, and they punch above their weight down in South America. They actually have expanded beyond Venezuela because they run a lot of the migrant routes going into Ecuador and up through Panama and up through our southern border. They're organized, which is a great force multiplier.
It's pretty incredible to me that the national security issues that we talk about every day are not focused. It's just not a priority for this administration. Is that a fair statement?
Oh, definitely. You know, a core responsibility, a core duty of a federal government is national security. Well, we aren't seeing that happen with regards to our own border.
All right. And majority of those migrants are Israelites. All right. It's Israelites, but they're allowing, all right, these vicious gangs, all right, because that's the Northern Kingdom, all right? And if you've watched any of those videos, like those, you know, very, like, graphic, okay, videos of what they do, what those gangs do to each other down there, it's insane, all right? It's crazy, and this is who they're allowing through the border, okay? They're allowing violent criminals that they, you know, they're emptying their prisons, and sending them up here. All right, that's how you know the times that's coming is going to be on another level. All right. Jeremiah 11:11, it says, therefore thus saith the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, behold, I will bring evil upon them, which they shall not be able to escape, and though they cry unto me, I will not hearken unto them. Then shall the cities of Judah and the inhabitants of Jerusalem go and cry unto their gods, unto whom they have offered incense, but they shall not save them at all in the time of their trouble. And this is what's coming, man. Because you got all these Jakes out here, you know, that they call on JC, they Islam, you know, they don't believe, they do witchcraft, all right, and all these things like that. When these evils come, when these evil days come, okay, these evil times, they're gonna be calling on JC, they're gonna be calling on God, they're gonna be calling on, you know, all their gods, man, all their false gods, they're gonna be calling on them. The Lord said it ain't gonna help you. That ain't gonna help you. You don't know the true names of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. They don't know the true names, because that's what's gonna, you know, protect the elect. All right, knowing those names, calling upon those names, is what's gonna help the elect. All right, when these troubles come. All right, let me get this real quick. All right. Second Ezra 16, right? It says, Second Ezra 16:17. It says, woe is me, woe is me. Who will deliver me in those days? The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the powers shall stand in fear. The beginning of evils, what shall I do when those evils shall come? Okay? These are the times we're heading into. Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. But for all these things, they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. So our people, they ain't gonna turn back. All right. Even when you see all these evils going forth, they're continuing to live their lives. All these evils, you're hearing, you know, war. You're hearing of war. You're hearing of, you know, people coming through the border. You're hearing of food shortages. Okay, you're hearing about these elites wanting you to eat bugs and fake food and all these types of things like that. And this is not bothering Jake. This ain't causing Jake to wake up. You have these nations talking about thermonuclear destruction. All right, nuclear war. Okay, that's gonna bring Babylon into a war where they're gonna bring the draft back, and your ass gonna be the first in line. Okay. It says, behold, victual shall be so good cheap upon earth, that they should think themselves to be in good case. And even then shall evils grow upon the earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. And that's what's happening right now. All right. The orchestrated famine is coming. The sword is here. All right. And people are in great confusion, man. Okay. People think they're good because they can still go, you know, buy food. They can still get things for cheap. You know, go to the dollar store. They even closing Dollar Trees. You see? Hold on. All right, let me go back to Jeremiah. Jeremiah 11:13, it says, for according to the number of thy cities were thy gods, O Judah, and according to the number of the streets of Jerusalem have ye set up altars to that shameful thing, even altars to burn incense unto Baal. And that's what our people, 2/3 of our people worship Satan, man. All right, they worship Satan. All right, Esau, Edom is their god. All right. That's the 2/3 their god is Satan, man. All right, Satan, straight up. All right, if you're not, you know, speaking according to these scriptures, or speaking according to this word, all right, you off, man. All right, there's no light in 2/3 of our people, no light. Okay, they don't want this truth. They don't want this knowledge. They don't want the responsibility of being a Israelite, a Hebrew Israelite. They don't want it. All right, it's going to lead to y'all destruction, man. It says, Jeremiah 11:14, it says, therefore, pray not thou for this people, neither lift up a cry or a prayer for them, for I will not hear them in the time that they cry unto me for their troubles. So you see the troubles that's coming, that we clearly see is coming. All right, these troubles that are coming, the Lord ain't going to help you. All right, the Lord is going to bring evil on you, man. Like he just said in Jeremiah 11:11, it says, therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, behold, I will bring evil upon them. All right, which they shall not be able to escape. And though they shall cry unto me, I will not hearken unto them. The Lord is not going to listen. He ain't going to hear. All right? Because the time to listen now, let me get that. The time to listen now is now. All right? While this word is going out. While you still got these lessons going up. All right? This is the time now. All right? Our people going to wait until they in trouble. They going to wait until, until destruction come. All right? They're going to wait until destruction come. Then they're going to want to turn to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, or try to. They ain't even going to know his name. You see? They're going to be looking for the prophets. They're going to be looking for the men of the Lord. When these devils bring down the internet, all right, and start censoring social media and all that stuff like that, and, the brothers ain't on the highways and hedges no more, you people are going to be through. All right? Isaiah 65:2 says, I have spread out my hands all day unto a rebellious people, speaking of you Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, all right, which walketh in a way that was not good after their own thoughts, a people that provoke me to anger continually to my face. See? To his face, to the Lord's face, doing all his wickedness, the Moism, the eating the abominable foods, the idolatry, the adultery, the fornication, all the wickedness that y'all do, smoking, being whores, the niggas, the men is sodomites. All right? Serving Esau, Edom. Okay? It says, a people that provoketh me to anger continually to my face, that sacrifices in gardens and burneth incense upon altars of brick. Let me go down to my favorite scripture. All right? Isaiah 65:12, it says, therefore I will number you to the sword. Okay? And ye shall all bow down to the slaughter, because when I called, ye did not answer. When I spake, ye did not hear, but did evil before mine eyes, and did choose that wherein I delighted not. And that's what our people do. All right? All them migrants coming over here, they either coming over here to get this, to get salvation, or to receive destruction. All right? And you got these violent, like they're saying, these violent gangs that are coming over. They beat up a cop with no remorse. They didn't care. They pulled up over there. Listen, when this go left, when all of this go left, the power go out, or whatever it may be, or whatever, whatever happens that causes the calamity and the chaos to begin. Hey, these migrants, these people from these, these third world countries, all right, they're trained for this. They're built for this. You are not. You've been entitled. You Babylonians been entitled your entire life. You get everything you want when you want it, even if you're not rich. As long as you got some money in your pocket, you could get by. These people have been getting it from the mud. They all the way like that. Okay? They had to struggle for what they got. Okay? They grew up in harsh environments, man. You see? And y'all have no clue what's to come, man. Y'all have no clue. No clue. I've seen a video where these Hamites are basically posted up on corners. Like groups of Hamites just posted up on corners, man. All right? Just posted up on corners. They're waiting for their orders. They're waiting. They're waiting to get told to, yeah, go do your thing. Okay? They're waiting. And you Babylonians are being spied on. Here it is, you got your enemy spying out the land, and you Babylonians is just walking by and living la vida loca. Okay? Just through. And then when all hell breaks loose, y'all gonna wonder where it came from. Let me get that real quick. All right, Isaiah 47:11 says, therefore shall evil come upon thee. Thou shalt not know from whence it riseth. See? And mischief shall fall upon thee. Thou shalt not be able to put it off. And desolation shall come upon thee suddenly, which thou shalt not know. Okay? It's going to come out of nowhere. Let me get this real quick. Right? Isaiah 13:9, it says, behold, the day of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, cometh cruel, both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate. And he shall destroy the sinners therefore thereof out of it. Okay? Let me see. What's it this? Amos 5:18, it says, woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'Shem El Shai. To what end is it for you? The day of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'Shem El Shai, is darkness and not light. Next verse, it says, as if a man did flee from a lion and a bear met him, or went into a house and leaned his hand on a wall and a serpent bit him. Shall not the day of the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem El Shai be darkness and not light, even very dark and no brightness in it? Because that's what it's going to be. Y'all are going to be falling from calamity to calamity to calamity to calamity. It ain't going to stop. Y'all ain't going to be safe. It ain't going to be no moment safe. The only way you're going to be safe is if you're with a man of the Lord, man. Like the scriptures say, a man of the Lord, he's going to make let me get that, man. All right. You're going to need a man of the Lord, man. It's on Isaiah 32. Right? Isaiah 32:2, it says, and a man shall be a hiding place from the wind, and a covert from the tempest, as a river of dry water in a dry place, as the shadow of a great rock in a weary land. Right? Let me see. Let me get this one. All right. That's the only protection you're going to have, is being with a man of the Lord, man. All right. Isaiah 13:12, it says, I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir. Okay. So a man is not going to be no regular man. Ain't just no nigga. All right. It's going to be a man of the Lord, that the Lord is going to make more precious than fine gold, because in these times, okay, the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, Isaiah 33:6, is what's going to keep you stable. All right. So when all hell is breaking loose, all right, you're going to have a calm mind. All right. You may be frightful, it may be scary, but you understand. That's the point. You understand what's going on and why it's happening. All right. And that's going to keep you humble. That's going to keep you meek. That's going to keep you lowly. All right. That's going to keep you, in the right spirit. That's going to keep you praying. That's going to keep you, going harder, because you understand what's going on. And whatever woman, if, is joined onto you, she, she's going to be good. Okay? But a man is going to be more precious. It says, I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir. A man is going to be cherished in that day. Right now, the men, especially the men of the Lord, we ain't cherished. We ain't loved. Especially the Israelite man. He ain't loved. The world looks down on him, especially the women. But in these days, when hell breaks loose and you and that fear, that insane fear, all right, comes back upon these women, these men, these children, hey, they're gonna be looking for, they're gonna be looking for help. They're gonna be looking for, stability, and not stability money-wise, stability in the mind, because that's what's gonna matter. The stability of the spirit, the mind, body, and spirit. You see?
Another core duty of a government is public safety. And when we know, and when we're being told by government officials, the Customs Border Protection, that these prison gangs are coming into the United States, they're trying to get their agents help in identifying them, but the agents aren't receiving help from this administration. So we have a public safety issue here on many different fronts. National security with no border security, and gangs now, more and more gangs coming into this country and murdering, harming American citizens.
I'll tell you, based on what I've heard from various lawmakers, I think that human trafficking is soaring in this country. I mean, human trafficking is another import, quote unquote, that we're getting from the wide open border, isn't it?
Oh, yes. I've been to the border, and what we're told when we visit the border is that different organized crime syndicates in Mexico control certain parts of the border. And they see, of course, how they can make the most money. Can they make it by getting illegal immigration, illegal immigrants coming across? Can they get the most money through fentanyl, or can they get it by human trafficking? And they make their decisions based on how much money they can make. We are seeing more and more and more human trafficking.
Well, I keep mentioning this, Joe, because Roger Marshall, senator from Kansas, told me recently that they've got more massage parlors in Kansas than they do Starbucks, because they're basically setting up massage parlors. The CCP is behind it, working with the drug cartels as a front for human trafficking in America.
Well, look, I think in the boom and the bust, what do we always see? We see this increase in the sex trades, right? And so even if you look at the OnlyFans economy as a proxy for what you know is happening in those black markets. So, Senator, my question for you is, understanding what Maria is talking about, the fact that there is sex trafficking happening, the rape trees on the southern border, the rape tents and the Darien Gap, when you hear that the president and this administration has been shipping over 300,000 migrants to cities all across this country, or to over 42 different cities, without the local governments even necessarily knowing who is covering. How is it possible for law enforcement to curtail this tragedy happening in plain sight?
It's difficult. I've said for many years now under the Biden administration that every state is a border state.
Right.
Nebraska, we see sex trafficking across our state. We have in the past in various activities that are held in Nebraska. You see an increase in that. Our law enforcement in Nebraska addresses that. But when you have such an increase, it is very, very difficult to be able to not just identify it, but then to attack it and take care of these victims.
Yeah. Let me ask you about the other threat we're talking about, also from the CCP, and that is the surveillance/propaganda issue around TikTok. The House overwhelmingly passed the bill that could end up banning TikTok in the U.S. if Chinese parent company ByteDance refuses to sell it. The bill now heads to the Senate. TikTok CEO and other officials reportedly on a lobbying blitz on Capitol Hill, urging users to make their...
All right, all these things are just all snares. It's all snares for the downfall of Babylon the Great America. Okay? Jeremiah 49:31, it says, "Arise, get you up unto the wealthy nation that dwell without care, saith the Lord Yahweh Bashan Shai, which have neither gates nor bars, which dwell alone." All right? And that's Babylon the Great America. It's being invaded. It's being invaded as we speak. It's being invaded. All right? Arise, get you up unto the wealthy nation that dwell without care. What you Babylonians be on? Stupidity. Y'all mind it on the border. Y'all mind is on if you could chop a little boy right off. Okay? If a man could be a woman, that men could get pregnant. Okay? Transformers reading books to your children. Okay? Look at the military mowed out. This place is a joke. It's a joke. Okay, but the pride, all right, the pride is what's deceiving these people. The arrogancy is what deceiving these people. That they think this place still got it. All right, they think this place is still in good graces. It's like, no, it's finished. Let me get that Isaiah. This place is finished, man. All right. Isaiah 13:11, it says, "And I will punish the world for their evil and the wicked for their iniquity. And I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease and will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible." So the Lord is about to bring forth judgment, man. All right. This place is finished. Jeremiah 51:41, it says, "How is Shishak taken? How is the praise of the whole earth surprised? How has Babylon become an astonishment amongst the nations?" All right? Because this place is finished. All right? The men are weak. The women is overly masculine. The kids are out of their mind. Okay? The kids is completely out of their minds. You see? The Lord is working on this place, man. Jeremiah 50:23, it says, "How is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? How has Babylon become a desolation amongst the nations? And this is what's going to happen to this place. It's going to become a desolation. The Lord is going to lay this land desolate. All right?
Voices heard and continue this fight, Senator. What happens to the TikTok bill when it comes to the Senate?
Well, I support the House bill as I see it now. I think when it comes to the Senate, there may be some efforts to amend it, address some concerns that members have. But let's be honest about it. We are, once again, talking about national security. We need to be aware of what TikTok is in this country and how the Chinese are targeting a whole generation of Americans. They're gathering a tremendous amount of information. You know, I like to say they're vacuuming it up. They'll be able to use that in the future by knowing people's preferences, what they pause to look at on TikTok, what grabs their attention, how they would be able to influence these kids as adults in the future on how they act, what they think, how they vote, and influence that. You know, when we look at targeting TikTok, let's remember we're not talking about banning and targeting TikTok. We're talking about targeting a foreign adversary owning a company that has such influence here in the United States. In the Cold War, we never would have let the Soviet Union have any kind of power that the Chinese government has now.
It's extraordinary, and it's a great analogy. Senator, real quick before you go, we're facing another funding deadline coming up, March 22nd. Do you expect a government shutdown, or are you going to continue these continuing resolutions?
You know, what I'm looking at is addressing the funding. Last week, we were able to pass 6 bills that came from the House, 6 appropriation bills that went through the Senate Appropriations Committee, had public hearings, had an open process. I hope the House can send us some good bills now, and we don't look at shutting the government down.
All right, Senator, we'll be watching. Thanks very much for being here this morning.
Thanks.
Deb Fisher is in D.C. I want to thank.
All right. And remember what they said. All right. Last year, I believe it was November or October. I believe it was November when the government was going to shut down. What did they say? Who was going to suffer the worst? You damn Israelites, you Negroes. All right. You were going to suffer the worst, man. We're in that time. All right. Revelation 6 and 8, it says, "And I looked and behold, a pale horse, and his name that sat thereon." So I can read that again. It says, "And I looked, and behold, a pale horse, and his name that sat on him was Death, and hell followed with him. And power was given unto him." So and power was given unto them over the fourth part of the earth to kill with the sword, and with hunger, and with death, and with the beast of the earth. And this is the time that we're in. This is the time where we're heading right into right now. All right. Let me see this. All right. Romans 13 and 4 says, "For he is the minister of God to thee for good." All right. Esau, Edom. Okay. "But if thou do that which is evil, be afraid, for he beareth not the sword in vain. For he is the minister of God, a revenger to execute wrath upon him that doeth evil." And 2/3 of our people are in this devil's crosshairs, man. All right. The Lord has put 2/3 of our people in the crosshairs of Esau, Edom, of the devil. All right. He was given power to do this. Let me get Revelation 6:4. All right. And it says, Revelation 6 and 4, it says, "And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another. And there was given unto him a great sword." And this is the sword that he's about to bring down, okay, upon you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and upon the world. Okay. This devil's about to come down with great wrath, man. All right. Revelations 12 and 12, it says, "Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, For the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth he hath but a short time. All right, and time is running out. Okay, so let me end off with this. Ecclesiasticus 5:7. Make no tarrying to turn to the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, and put not off from day to day. For suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance. And with that, I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai Ba'Hashem HaKakodash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and sincerity unto the elect. Shalom.
George Floyd was bad? Wait until this summer when it's the migrants versus the citizens of the United States. And you're forced to join in because there is not enough police and there is not enough military to handle the millions of migrants that have been let in. What kind of chaos do you think will happen when those riots start to pop off? Have you seen the acceleration of the promotion of these crimes that they are committing across mass media? They are starting to ramp up migrant crime just like they ramped up police officer crime against black people in 2020. Now they're doing that with migrants against citizens, and what they're going to try to do is to create a riot situation all summer long, total disruption that the American man and citizen is going to have to participate in.